Kamala Harris just got absolutely roasted online after she tried to impersonate Trump using what people are calling a mob boss accent. What's up, guys? This is Colton again, with the most important news on the internet. So here's what happened. Harris was speaking at a National Action Network forum, and she decided to do her impression of President Trump while talking about his foreign policy approach. But instead of just making her point, she put on this accent that critics immediately jumped on as sounding like a mob boss. According to Fox News, Harris said, quote, "And then he kind of acts like a mob boss. So then he's kind of like, oh, well, you take Eastern Europe and I'll take the Western Hemisphere. And then you over there, you get Asia. And we'll just divide it up, right?" The reaction was swift and brutal. Conservative influencer Benny Johnson called it, quote, "the worst thing I have ever seen. Total cringe." Right-leaning social media personality Eric Dougherty and former Ted Cruz staffer Steve Guest also piled on the criticism. Now this is where it gets interesting. This happened at an event hosted by Al Sharpton's National Action Network. So Harris was clearly playing to a friendly crowd. But even with a supportive audience, the clip went viral for all the wrong reasons. Meanwhile, Trump himself posted on Truth Social about NATO on Wednesday, saying, quote, "NATO wasn't there when we needed them, and they won't be there if we need them again." And here's the crazy part. While Harris is doing impressions, Trump just reached a tentative 2-week ceasefire agreement with Iran earlier this week, with Iran presenting a list of 10 demands and negotiations set to continue in Pakistan on Saturday. But let me break this down for you. What nobody's talking about is how this represents a fundamental shift in political communication. Harris is a former prosecutor and vice president, yet she's resorting to accent impressions to make foreign policy critiques. This isn't policy debate anymore, it's performance art. And the timing couldn't be worse. While she's doing comedy sketches, actual diplomatic negotiations are happening in real time. Look, this matters because it shows how disconnected political theater has become from actual governance. Regular Americans are dealing with real issues, economic concerns, foreign policy uncertainty, domestic challenges. But instead of substantive policy discussions, we're getting accent impressions that backfire spectacularly. The fact that this went viral while serious ceasefire negotiations with Iran are ongoing tells you everything about our current political moment. People want leaders who can handle complex international situations, not politicians who like they're auditioning for Saturday Night Live. Do you think these kinds of impressions and political theater help or hurt serious policy discussions? Are we too focused on viral moments instead of actual governance? Drop your take in the comments. Do you think Harris crossed a line, or was this just politics as usual? I'm Colton with the most important news on the internet. See you tomorrow.